Okay, let's keep going forward. Next reading, I wanted to look at consequences of the churches. Is it a good idea to go to church for all these churches to open on Memorial Day? Like Trump is saying, I'm going to override the governors, open the churches. People need to pray now. Like he could care less about prayer. Okay? All he wants to do is get, things moving again. And so he's going to use people's faith as a factor in pushing to open things. Yeah. This time it's the sun. And this one is showing his ridiculous craziness. Okay. Okay. This is not the productive, happy sun card. Okay. This is rather than going forward, we've got them out there playing and doing, what is she out there making daisy chains? Okay. So yeah, you got a kid up there balancing on a thing. He's doing an action that can wind up having consequences. Okay, we have abundance. And on the other side, we have the voice. So basically, we have an abundance of the voice telling people to go do crazy actions, is basically what that's saying. Things that could be potentially dangerous. Okay, these have consequences. If you're up there balancing on a wall, you can fall off and wind up, injured. So, yeah, abundance, protection. Okay. So out there trying to say, and the protection card was upside down, if you go to the church, the protection is not assured there for that. They say, well, my faith is going to protect me. Yeah. No. And let's see what we have here with voice. Blocked. Yeah. So basically, it's saying, don't listen to that voice that Trump is saying. Go out, open the churches, people, there's an abundance of them. Especially these, evangelical, the evil angels, these southern preachers that are out there saying, oh, God's going to protect us if you get out there. Praise the Lord. Okay? You just y'all come to church, and you're going to be protected by the divine grace of God, because we have that covering. We are covered with the light of Christ. You come here and holy roll down that aisle. Praise the Lord. Okay, and you'll be fine. Well, no, you're doing a foolish action. And, really, these preachers that are out there telling their congregation they're supposed to care about their flock, but they're not. They're just caring about an abundance of, getting that money in there. Okay? They should be culpable as well for the loss of people in their congregation because they are telling them, you just have to believe, have faith, and it's going to work miracles, and we're just not going to be touched by that, I'm telling you. Okay? Oh. So let's see if we got anything else on the bottom side. Oh, I think that's pretty explicit up there as it is. This is about, he's telling him out there, go out there and share that cup. But, the challenge is the wheel, karma. If you do these actions, then this is the rebounding action that's going to happen. Okay? Yeah, ignorance is not going to save you. Okay? It's going to be loss going into it, but this now, it's going to be loss. Okay? Because these are all fantasy notions, pie in the sky drama, but you're not going to be touched. You're just going to be fabulous if you go to church this Sunday. Okay? You can pray in your homes. Pray in your heart. Like I keep trying to tell my students, you don't need to go to this big edifice and like that church is going to hold God more than any other place on the planet. God is equally everywhere. God is a spirit. God is not in a corporeal form. Okay? That God is relegated to be one place and not another. Okay? Spirit can be everywhere at the same time. Okay? So the foundation is, reminiscing about other times and things, but the challenge is to temperance. You wish things would go back to the way they were and you could go to church. And, well, even now, though, I have to use another caveat that just flew in. We got the mass murders happening and stuff as well. So you're not safe. You weren't safe in church even before COVID. But now we have another added element to that, other than the crazies with guns that think it's their God-given mission to go get rid of a bunch of people. Okay? So above it, we have, again, above it, we have the ones out there saying, yeah, go back to church. Let's just work on this. Let's work on this. Go back in those churches and we'll carve out history. Okay? Yeah. Just the craziness. Okay, hidden things about how this stuff is moving forward. In other words, you don't know. You think you know, and you're going to move this forward. Okay, you're going to move this forward with the chariot, but, listen to those that have done the investigations on this. If you want, to have justice, if you want to have the right. Otherwise, you're going to go to that church and you're going to wind up in very difficult times. Okay. So is this reading saying, yeah, go back to church this Memorial Day? It's a fabulous idea. Trump is so smart in his wisdom to override those governors and let people go back to these houses of worship where they can pray. Yeah, if you do that, there are consequences to foolish actions. And no matter how much you think there's an abundance of protection, okay, I like that protection card. It's like from the indigenous caring for their goat, little goat person there. But you know, this card was again upside down. Usually I don't do upside down cards in any way, but I know that they are not having an abundance of divine protection for doing stupid, foolish things. Okay. And that when it comes to the big mouth over here, you know, these, whether it's Trump or these Southern preachers, I don't give a rat's ass. The same thing. They need to be blocked. You know, they need to, that's what it's saying. Shut the mouth and listen to the experts on this. Okay? The experts are saying it is foolishness for you to go and pack a church with people thinking you're divinely protected because you're going to church, and God is just going to be so taken in by that everyone's going to walk out there in health. Well, that's not the case. So yeah, please, you know, don't say these preachers know more than these health experts do. Okay. It's like I said, it's really a sad thing now. It used to be that preachers cared about the congregation. They were supposed to be shepherds of the flock. And just like Christ was there to teach, they are supposed to be an underling of that, you know, to preach the good word and preach the gospel and the good news. But the good news does not mean going out and doing stupid things, okay? Okay? So, yeah. If you're going to go to church and you're going to pack those things and you're not going to listen to the experts and you're going to do foolish things, then there are karmic consequences to those type of actions. You know, again, you can worship God wherever you're at. You don't need to go pack a church with a lot of bodies, okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for tuning in. Much love and light, and please be safe, be well out there.